we're hosting our 7th edition Pitching Booster, but this time we're only focusing on a specific sector, which is clothing, textile, as well as furniture. And we're doing that because the Gauteng provincial government had decided that when we were drawing up the Gauteng City Region Economic Plan, that the textile, clothing, as well as furniture were important sectors to create jobs. And so we decided as part of intervention, because a lot of people in those sectors are struggling because of access to markets, because of financial support, and those sectors are just difficult because to own a textile and to manufacture textile is a very expensive exercise. So this is just part of our intervention to provide that financial support, but to also make sure that these young entrepreneurs can start understanding the value chain around the sectors, which is just clothing, textile, as well as furniture. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that they understand what being an entrepreneur is about, how to network, understanding the value chain, who the private sectors interested in the space are, and to make sure that they win. Ultimately, the winners will walk away with funding that will help them expand their businesses with a cash injection into their business accounts. But most importantly for me is the accreditation that they will get after the exercise. So there's formal training that will happen even post this for 6 months, and the conversation will continue with the young people who are all here. So there is a networking group that will be opened for the conversations to happen with the experience from the previous ones. I mean, we've seen amazing work being done. People have secured new orders, people are collaborating, some have secured jobs. So this is a very important exercise that really creates these opportunities for our entrepreneurs.
That's why you also have programs like this, Pitching Booster. Because this is an open process, objective process. It is about your ideas. There's nothing to do with who you know. By the time you finish here, I think how many people, I can't remember, will be getting what, 150,000, something like that. So by tomorrow, some amongst you will be having some money in your place. You came here, I hope it's not because you know people, whatever. It's because you are the right people who must be here.
What is happening now, they are going through what we call a camp, a boot camp. There's some experts in there giving them tips on how, because the main thing is for them to sell their businesses and tell us what they do, but in a very short space of time. So they are being given tips on how to do that, because at the end of the day, out of these 2 groups, we will be having winners. That is on Wednesday.
My expectations are the power of collaborations, meeting other like-minded people, creators that outside of the boot camp, outside of the whole experience, we can collaborate and push the culture forward.
What are my expectations for today or for this camp? Look, I want money. I want the government. I love an active government. And I think this is something that is so incredible that they're doing for young people that are within the manufacturing space.
My expectations is to learn something new, to gain knowledge about the funding from the government. Maybe and gain my skills via pitching boosting.
Okay. These are young people who are practically doing amazing work in these 2 different sectors. For the next 3 days, we are bootcamping them on how to access markets, on the value chain, and also the power of elevator pitching. By the end of the 3rd day, they'll be competing for prizes worth 3.75 million rands, which will be shared amongst them for them to procure staff, machinery, and any other prerequisites they might need in their business to help them propel and also equally be sustainable and create an opportunity for them to access more market. Stay tuned. Let's impact entrepreneurs.